What's up, y'all? This is some of my diplomas, my PlayStation 4, my TV, my new room got remodeled. That's my little chair. I could turn that around, play PlayStation 4, and my recording studio right there. But we'll get into the video at hand. Is basically I've been sober for 10 years, and I'll tell you, I'm not gonna walk you through how to get sober. But what I am going to tell you is, I don't think I could have made 65 albums without being sober. Now I do smoke medical marijuana, but I haven't drunk in 10 years. And part of getting sober, it's still not easy for me. I still struggle with the concept of partying like a motherfucking rock star. I still have like flashbacks and like, when I was out there having a good old time. So it's something that I struggle with. But I have recovered for 10 years. I've been sober. But I do smoke medical marijuana. But if I hadn't got sober, I would not have been able to make 65 albums. Because I had to reteach myself how to rap. And what I mean by that is, I used to write raps back when I was younger. And then I got to a point where I had like probably 20 albums worth of rap songs. I had about 20 songs I rehearsed and I could make in my. If I went to a studio, if I had enough money back then, I could have made albums like 15, 20 albums. I had so much written. But I decided, this is not the style I want to do because I don't think that, I was okay writer, but I don't think I was on some of these other writers as good as them. So what I did, I rethought my style. I rethought of my style and made a new form of rap where I didn't write, didn't edit, and didn't mix. So I called it Tri-Step, and I made my albums like that. And basically, what that is me freestyling from the point that I started the song to the point that I ended the song. I would play it and freestyle all the way through it, and that was my little thing that I brought to the table was my new. I rethought my style. I burned my raps, my whole booklet. I burned them one day. I was like, this ain't no good. People do this in a better style than me. They're better writers. This ain't no good. So I had to teach myself how to rap going off the top of the head. Like I knew how to write. I've been reading and writing since I was young. But what I didn't know how to do was freestyle that good. So I had to reteach myself how to do that. And, part of that journey, believe it or not, was getting sober for 10 years. And it's not something, I went on probation for 4 years. And I had some stuff that I don't want to talk about, but I got it, I did my probation for 4 years, and I got everything, it turned into 2 years because I got everything done. Thank God I got that, I got that done 8 years ago. Thank God I got over my paperwork and everything. But the thing is I don't drink, I haven't drunk in 10 years since I got arrested. And that enabled me to make more music. Where I focused for 10 years, I've been making music, and without me reinventing my music, I would have got maybe 20 albums in with writtens, but I would have got nowhere near reinventing my whole style if I did not get sober for those amount of years and worked on my craft that long. I would not be able to say that I'm like a legend now at rapping because I made 65 albums with no writing, no mixing, and no editing. But part of that was being sober. So I encourage you guys to just think things through. If your true calling is like a musician, think about are you performing at the rate that you want to perform at? Could you perform better if you were sober? Think about things are you leaving a legacy behind? Are you a legend? And think about what you want to do with your music and how to get there faster is to be sober. Marijuana actually, helps me freestyle, but I've been sober from alcohol for 10 years. But this is the reason. This is part of the reason I was able to make so much music. But hopefully this was helpful. Maybe someone's out there struggling with addiction. I pray for you. It's not fun to be in that. You're gonna look back if you ever become sober for 10 years. It's not everything you did, but it's everything that you pretty much talked about in like different conversations. You'll kind of be reminisceful of things like you said to other people, fights you started, breakups you had. It was all because of drinking. Drinking is also, is going to come to find out in the future that drinking also makes you gay. Your mind starts to shift. Once you get to a certain point of drinking, there's a point of no return. And drinking slips you into like a comatose stage, and you start, not just picking up girls on the road, but you'll go to picking up guys on the road to get your damn, you'll be so damn stuck in your drink, you'll do anything. You'll be a fucking failure. But I'm saying is, alcohol does, I don't know if it didn't make me gay, but I mean, it will make you slip into becoming gay eventually. And I'm sure, because I was only drinking beer when I was alcoholic. Once every 3 years I might have like one or two shots. But I was mainly drinking beer for my drinking period. But there's a stage that you cross in being alcoholic. When you cross a certain stage, that it makes you like a gay. Alcohol slips you into a comatose state of becoming some kind of gay that you're not even yourself no more. So these are some things to look out for if you're if you're struggling with addiction. Now's the time to try to get help. If you have a career in music, you want to try to be sober so you can learn more about your music and your craft, and so you can get the assignment done that God had for you here on earth. That was part of my assignment, part of my legacy, and part of my destiny was getting my music out there. Doesn't matter about your views, but get the assignment done that God had for you. Part of that was sobering up. And a lot of painful things, a lot of painful memories I had when drinking. But I wasn't always the happiest when I was drinking. It turned me into a monster sometimes. I always wanted to fight people. I started fights for no reason. I was mean to my girlfriends. I was picking up random girls. I was doing a lot of bad stuff back then. But being sober, you can concentrate on making more music and, concentrating on, because there's so much competition and you're going to have to rethink your style of music. So if you're not going off the top of the head in 2024, if you're still writing music, you gotta figure out, people are better writers than you. The only way you got to come at this is like I did. You cannot write any rhymes. You have to go off the top of the head, no writing, no editing, and no mixing. This is why I made a new genre called Tronstep, because this is what my music is about. It's about going off the top. It's like playing a Mario game. You fail sometimes, but you start to level over. That's how you got to treat your beats. You got to get on it, freestyle it all the way through. Get your vocals sounding correctly. Get the distance between you and your camera correctly, where your vocals sound properly. Get it done on the first take or 10 takes, but do it all in not writing. So eventually you'll get a little bit better at it. But that's my advice for you. I don't want to get into your personal life stories. I don't want to get into that. But like I said, I could pray for you. If you're, if you're dealing with alcoholism, alcohol is a drug, and if you're not careful, it will change your whole destiny. So there's a destiny out there for you, but you got to be sober enough to realize what you need to do to get there. And if some people might drink a cup of wine sometimes, that might be fine. That's not going to affect their destiny. But when you start getting into drinking more heavily, and you start becoming an alcoholic, it is changing your destiny, believe it or not. But anyways, that's what I got for you. You know, like I said, I got a lot of cool websites, or like a lot of cool stuff on my website. Clothing brand, shoe brand, sell burn CDs that are signed. Got a lot of cool stuff on there, so check that out. You know, wasn't trying to get into like, you know, too much about alcoholism as being the root problem, because I still think there's some good things that come out of drinking as well, but I don't think it's something to make a permanent habit and make a lifestyle out of. So that's the thing is that you probably need to change if you're into making music and you're fulfilling your destiny and it's music driven. But anyways, that's what I got for you. Check out my website, leave it in the description. Sub me on both YouTube channels, follow me on all platforms, like, comment, share. It's been fun. Dub it down.